John, why do you think your team's now going to the ALCS?
I think because they're a really close group. I think they're talented, and we had some big name guys do some big things, and we had some guys that have been doing it all year do some things that they normally are pretty good at. So it's a really close group, and if I've said it to you guys once, I've said it a million times. They're really good at turning the page to the next thing that's important. So just happy for everyone that was involved, and kind of fitting that it took everyone to win today.
What does this mean for you and your family?
Man, you're going to make me cry. It's really satisfying. This job is hard. The season is hard. Decisions are hard. Sacrifices are hard that you make, and that they make for me. So to have them here is really, really fulfilling. And I always say that, any success that this team, or not me, this team has, Jess and Gunnar and Grayson have a part of it, because they allow me to do what I do.
We'll go to the first row on your left, Schneider.
Coach, first and foremost, congratulations.
Thank you.
In a game like this, there's a lot of emotion involved. How was you able to control the emotion and the flow of the game? Because you're losing and winning, you can get off kilter.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts, you know what I mean? And this team is never going to go quietly. I think it was nice to get out to a lead in the first, and even when McMahon hit the home run, you still feel pretty good about how it was going to line up. But the guys went out and did it, you know what I mean? And huge bat from George. Couldn't be happier for Nathan Lucas with the series that he had, and the season that he's had, really. So I think more so than anything, they do a really good job of managing themselves. It's a unbelievable cast of characters in there that can keep a group level-headed or get a group going if you need to. So, a lot, if not all, the credit goes to the players.
Fourth row on your left, Gregor.
John, all season you guys have been talking about the next man up approach, and so how fitting is it that you guys close this out on a bullpen day in particular, where you had 8 guys come in and really contribute?
Very fitting. I think I said it a few times in the clubhouse. I think the baseball world as a whole looked at a bullpen game versus Cam as kind of a no contest. And we view it as an opportunity to do what we're good at. So to have basically almost every pitcher contribute, and to have some prominent names contribute, and some guys that have been doing it all year, Barge with 3 hits, and Miles with an add-on run, and Lukey with a big hit. It's just very fitting. It kind of sums up the 25 Blue Jays.
Go to Keegan on the left.
John, this seemed like a game where you and Pete probably had to make more decisions than average. How would this standing next to Pete all day compare to like a Tuesday in May?
Completely different. If people knew the work that went into it, it's stressful. We started talking at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and I give so much credit to Pete and to Graham Johnson and to Sam Green and Luke Hoey for kind of working together to kind of figure this out, right? So my job is to try to put them in the right spots. Their job is to go execute, which they all did, So you can have a plan, you can have a script, whatever. It is what it is, but the players have to go do it. But yeah, today, it was pretty gratifying, standing next to Pete, who I've known and loved for a lot of years, even when I wasn't in the big leagues. When I was in the minor leagues, he's treated me like a brother, So to kind of react in real time, and, I think that we've gotten a lot better at having a plan, reading the room, reading the feel of the game, and making decisions. So it was pretty fulfilling today to have Pete there.
I know that if you could just get a complete game shutout, that's cool too. But is a game like this fun for you? You've kind of got your foot on the gas, hand on the wheel the whole time.
Yeah, I texted those guys I just mentioned this morning and just said, like, this is an opportunity to have some fun, which I really meant. It seems uncomfortable as hell, but I really meant it. And it's easy to say, okay, we blew a lead yesterday and we're walking into this today, but I think that we really kind of felt it, Fun right now, yeah. from 1 o'clock till 10 o'clock, debacle. You know, it's a lot. You know what I mean? I shouldn't say debacle, but there's just a lot of moving parts. So just glad that the guys did what they did.
Second row, you're right, Julian.
John, I believe you guys were 15 for 37 with runners in scoring position. What just leads to you all's such relentless at bats?
You know, we make a lot of contact. You know, that's been evident throughout the year. And again, I'm going to deflect credit to hitting coaches, you know, Pop and Lou and Hunter, for guys going up there with a plan. You know, I think kind of the epitome of it is Nathan Lucas facing Devin Williams, knowing he's probably going to get a fastball, but Vlad sitting on deck and not being afraid to commit to it, you know, when his changeup is his best pitch. So I think guys have a plan when they go up there, and we try to utilize everyone's skill set to the best that we can. And it comes and it goes. You know, we've been pretty consistent over the year with guys in score position, but I just think kind of how we're built helps that a lot too.
Far back on your left, Ed.
John, congratulations.
Thank you.
Is it much more difficult to manage a bullpen game than a game with a conventional starting pitcher?
You know, I've thought about that quite a bit for the last couple years. This answer may surprise you, but no. It's almost harder to manage when you have veteran pitchers that you trust and that have been through it before, and sometimes you push them too far, to be honest with you. So I think learning from past mistakes or successes gets us a little better to navigate a game like today. Again, you're kind of mapping out best possible scenarios, and the guys have to go do their part. And you know, it's not fun per se, but I think we view it as a good challenge, and our guys have really kind of accepted that this year and done really well with it.
And ultimately, what was the difference in you winning and the Yankees not winning?
I don't know. I think today, I mean, we got the big hit. You know, Lukey got the big hit. Took advantage of a miscue that they made, you know, much like they did to us yesterday, defensively. So I think that was kind of the turning point. You know, we put the ball in play when we needed to, and we struck guys out when we needed to, which is kind of, you know, what you're shooting for.
Did two more. Greg up front on your left.
Hey, John, much like last week, now you guys get a break, and your opponent will be going the distance again. How does that help you as you look forward?
You know, it's nice to take a deep breath. It's really nice to go home and know that we're playing at home. And it's nice to kind of sort through what we think is the best way to try to beat whoever we're going to play, you know. Allows some guys to hopefully get a little bit more healthy, allows some guys to get a little bit of rest after what was a very emotional, hard-fought, you know, 4 games against the Yankees. So we'll enjoy tonight, and we'll start figuring out, you know, the next series when we wake up.
We'll finish up with the last question, standing on your
You
right.
talked about everybody making contributions on this team, but you got to talk a little bit about that bottom third of the lineup, particularly Ernie. He's batting .643.
I think Ernie Clement has kind of, you know, made everyone aware how good he is. It's been like that the whole year from the bottom part of our lineup, you know, and it's you try to navigate it to where guys can put the ball in play, guys can get on base for guys at the top. They've been unbelievable all year. Ernie had an unbelievable first postseason series, you know, for a guy that has been through it a little bit. You know, I think he kind of epitomizes what we are in terms of how we play. So thrilled for him, but the bottom part of our lineup has been relentless the entire season.
Vlad, Tito, congrats, guys. Vlad, what does this mean to you?
Felicidades, primero que todo. ¿Qué esto significa para ti?
Bueno, significa una victoria que pasamos, avanzamos a la siguiente, a la serie de campeonato, y me siento muy orgulloso de pasar para la serie de campeonato.
I mean, it means a lot to me. I mean, of course, it means we're going to the next round, to the championship series, and that's my focus, and that means a lot.
And you've been in this organization for so long. You've had stumbles in the playoffs before. What was the difference in this series for you personally?
He estado en la organización ya varios años. Han habido varios tropiezos en los playoffs. ¿Cuál tú crees que fue la diferencia para este año?
Bueno, yo creo que la diferencia es que ganamos juegos. O sea, obviamente había participado en 3 y no habíamos ganado un juego. Para mí yo creo que la única diferencia fue que ganamos un juego y ganamos la serie.
But to be honest with you, the difference was that we won games. I mean, I've been in 3 already. We never had the chance to win a game, and then now this time around, we won the games and we won the series.
Fifth row on your left, guys. Keegan.
Vladdy, these past 4 or 5 days are some of the best baseball we've ever seen you play. How does it feel for you to come up this big in this moment?
Estos últimos 4 o 5 días para ellos han visto como que lo mejor de ti. ¿Cómo tú te sientes y cómo se siente estar así en este momento?
Bueno, se siente muy bien, ¿sabes? Obviamente es algo que siempre llego al terreno y trato de hacer mi trabajo, trato de ayudar al equipo a ganar en lo que pueda y gracias a Dios pude tener una buena serie.
I mean, it feels great. It feels great. It's just, I mean, like I say all the time, I mean, every time I come here, I try to do my best to help my team win. I mean, put it all the work and thank God, you know, this time and I had a great series and we won the series.
Vladdy, what is it about your team that gives you the most belief you can win the World Series? What do you like the most?
¿Qué es lo más que te gusta y qué tú crees que el equipo que tiene que hacer o que quieren que vamos a ganar la Serie Mundial?
Bueno, yo digo que confiamos uno en el otro y para donde va uno vamos todos.
To trust each other, and wherever we go, one guy go, everybody goes.
Third row on your right, guys.
Vladimir, felicidades. Ha sido una jornada larga con los Toronto Blue Jays, pero ¿cuál fue la clave esta temporada para llegar a este punto, tomando en consideración que tomaron vuelo, un vuelo que nunca bajó, quizás un poco ya en la recta final, pero la clave para ti de este equipo para llegar a este punto número 1 y si tuviste alguna conversación especial con tu papá antes de esta serie, principalmente?
Basically, what was the key for the entire team to get to this point, with the key on there, and if you have any conversations with your dad, if you did through the series.
Bueno, yo creo que para nosotros confiamos uno al otro, como siempre digo. Confiamos uno al otro, siempre salíamos al terreno a ganar desde el primer inning y algo que de que tú lo haces desde el principio de temporada, ¿sabes? Empezamos un poquito lento, pero gracias a Dios, como dijiste, nos montamos en un vuelo que nunca cayó y me siento muy orgulloso por eso. Y sí, sobre mi papá siempre me dice que el que pica adelante pica 2 veces y que gane siempre primero y que juegue con el corazón como siempre.
I mean, since the get-go, I mean, we worked together on this. I mean, yes, we have a slow start at the beginning, but then we got together, we started winning games, and everything went well from there to this point. And then about my dad, he always told me just in series like this, just try to get the first win. I mean, that he believed that if you win the first game, the chances to win the series are big.
Up front on your left, guys.
First and foremost, congratulations.
Thank you.
After losing Game 3, what helped you guys lock in on Game 4 to win the series?
Después de perder felicidades primero que todo, después de perder el tercer juego, ¿qué fue lo que nos ayudó a ustedes para cerrar la serie esta noche?
Bueno, yo creo que lo que nos ayudó a nosotros fue primero la bendición de Dios y después yo creo que cada uno de nosotros, cuando se acabó el juego ayer, si tú no veías en el clubhouse, siempre cada uno de nosotros lo que decía es, bueno, ganamos mañana y hoy ganamos hoy. O sea, obviamente flochamos la pérdida de ayer y nos enfocamos en el juego de hoy.
Well, first of all, I think it was the blessing of God. I think that's why we won the series. And then right after we lost last night, we all went to the clubhouse, and that's okay. No worries. Let's flush this one, and let's come tomorrow and win the series.
Standing out your right, guys. Larry?
Is getting to the ALCS kind of a chance to show off a team that sometimes gets overlooked?
Llegar a esta serie era como una oportunidad para los equipos que quizás la gente no le presta atención todo el año.
Bueno, para mí yo no lo veo así, ¿sabes? Es una bendición. Trabajamos fuerte para esto y obviamente siempre hay personas que quizás no confían en nosotros, pero yo sé que tenemos un país completo confiando en nosotros y para nosotros es algo que es muy especial tratar de ganar ganar todo para llevar eso para Canadá.
I mean, I don't see it the way. I mean, we've been together on this. I mean, and maybe some people don't believe in the team through the year, but I always remind everyone that we have an entire country behind us that believe in us, and hopefully we can get the World Series back to Canada.
Take two more. Eric, 5 rows back on your right.
¿Pudiste hablar con tu papá después de esta serie? Y mencionabas lo del país. Quería ver un poco de tu emoción de que a este punto de tu carrera, pues Canadá, la República Dominicana, ¿qué se siente de estar acercándose más al objetivo que te planteas en un campeonato?
You have the chance to talk to your dad right after the game, and what do you feel about? I mean, it's basically two countries for you, Canada, Dominican Republic. What do you feel about all that?
Bueno, todavía no he tenido el chance de hablar con mi padre, todavía no he tenido el break, como decimos. Ha hecho muchas entrevistas y he disfrutado con mi familia que están aquí. Y sí, me siento muy orgulloso, ¿sabes? De que dos países me estén apoyando, no solamente a mí, sino al equipo completo. Y es algo que siempre cuando sale al terreno trato de dar lo mejor para que ellos se sientan orgullosos de mí.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, feel very proud that the two countries. I'm getting the support from both those countries, not just for me, for the entire team. And on my dad.
No he tenido el chance porque.
I mean, on my dad, I haven't had the chance to talk to him. Of course, I've been real busy doing interviews, but I'll be calling him.
And we'll finish up with Mitch on your left.
Vlad, you said before that on the first day of spring training, you thought this team had a chance to do something like this. What was it about that day, what you saw that kind of gave you that feeling?
Dijiste antes que en sprint training un día que tú veías algo en este equipo que podía llegar hasta este punto. ¿Qué tú entiendes que fue eso, que era lo que tú estabas viendo?
Bueno, obviamente yo digo que nosotros teníamos que estar a una hora al estadio y siempre estábamos todos antes o 2 horas antes, 1 hora y media antes en el estadio y ya antes de que saliera el sol tú veías a muchos de nosotros que estamos aquí haciendo el gol y haciendo el trabajo. Cuando tú ves que la persona llega en 1 hora o 2 horas antes de nosotros estar supuestos a estar en el terreno y cada uno sale siempre tarde, nunca ponían pero con lo que sea que hacíamos. Yo creo que eso es algo que tú te lo llevas y piensas que es especial.
The effort that we all put together since the first day in the spring training. I mean, I give you a sample from the get-go. I mean, if we had to be there, for example, at 6 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock in the morning, you see guys coming in an hour or two before everything starts. If it was early work, everybody was there. If we had to do extra work, everybody stayed there together. Everybody was just together since the first day. You could tell there's something special was there.